The Meg takes place on an ocean research facility based in the middle of the China Sea. Can you guess who financed this movie? Anyway, basically, one of the research subs gets trapped because they've discovered that the Marianas Trench might not actually be the deepest point in the world. There might be something even deeper. Again, though, the sub gets trapped, and Jason Statham's Jonas Taylor is called in to help rescue it because 5 years earlier he was in a similar predicament and he unfortunately left people to die. However, Taylor maintains that he saw something down underneath, and this turns out to be true. Apparently the research facility has, as it was being constructed, awoken a megalodon, one of the prehistoric massive killer sharks. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hasn't there already been a movie about a megalodon? Yes, there has.
You say I take you home and eat your pussy?
Why, yes, that was John Barrowman, a.k.a. Captain Jack Harkness from Doctor Who and Torchwood, making that lewd comment. Anyway, back to the film. Basically, Rainn Wilson is the kind of funder of this. He's a billionaire named Jack Morris. He's the funder of this. The research is run by a guy named Zhao. His daughter is Su Yin, played by Li Bingbing. Yeah, it's like I said, it's Chinese funded, so you're going to have to deal with some funny sounding names. But, yes, this turns up a megalodon that starts attacking the base. They go out to try to kill it. Unfortunately, it turns out there's more than one out there. And people die, people get killed. Eventually, they discover that because the megalodon has surfaced, it started to make its way towards the South China, or not the South China, to Sanya Beach, which is a heavily populated beach where another attack occurs. They manage to lure it away with whale sounds, where they finally manage to work together using mini-subs and poison dart guns to finally kill the shark after Jonas Taylor, cuts the shark open, causing a feeding frenzy to attack and kill the final megalodon. Jaws, this ain't. Deep Blue Sea, it's better than... I did not like Deep Blue Sea. It's better than most of the crappy shark movies that dominated the early 2000s. I will say this. Like I said, it's the cast and the performances, in particular Jason Statham, do really kind of carry this through. Rainn Wilson plays Morris, as I've said before. He's fine at the beginning. I mean, he's sort of annoying, but he's not, like, stupidly annoying, and then he gets stupidly annoying. Like, for example, when they find the original shark, or they kill the first megalodon, they start taking it back, and he wants basically to try to find a way to make money on this. After they encounter the second megalodon, he says he's calling the other governments to make sure that they know about this, and that the base is going to be evacuated. It turns out he lied. He actually hires his own commandos and inevitably winds up killing a whale instead, and then he gets eaten. So, yeah, but like I said, the performances from Li Bingbing and Jason Statham, in particular, they have a really good chemistry together. They are love interests, even though Jonas Taylor, that's Jason Statham, like I said, Statham's character's ex-wife is also was also in there. In fact, the fact that it's his ex-wife is what they used to lure him back. She's in there, but they even acknowledge like that the marriage was very tempestuous and they were better off being apart. They don't ever hint that there's no real love triangle in this. It's basically they see each other. Jason Statham and Li Bingbing see each other. They kind of clash a little bit, but you get the idea that there's some sparks in this. Su Yin has a daughter herself, Mei Ling. Boy, I hope I got that one right. And she has she's precocious, but not like annoyingly precocious. She also has some great chemistry with Statham. You can still tell Statham's having fun with this. I mean, you look at his film career, and he did a lot of the stuff with Guy Ritchie's Snatch and Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. But he also has done the Transporter franchise and the Crank franchise, so he's also really good at knowing when to be semi-serious. And yeah, this film is very semi-serious. It's the performance, like I said, the performances of the cast is kind of what carries this through what is a very cliched shark movie. And there's some funny moments, like I said, Statham's banter with just about everyone is funny. He's got some really good funny moments. Rainn Wilson has some pretty good funny moments. The character who plays, the actor who plays DJ, who's the one and only African American, who does not get killed. He does not get killed, so we at least have that going for it. He's pretty good. He's really kind of funny. And again, in sort of he's a little more annoying, but he's not as annoying. Ruby Rose is the computer expert who designed all the operating systems for everything, and she is okay. There are times where you can tell she's having some fun, and then there are times where it felt like that character maybe should have been killed off, but they didn't kill her off for some reason. They tease a lot of deaths that don't exactly happen when they do. I will say this, they do apply the shark correctly, I think, throughout this. It's not flying all... Again, one of the problems you have with a lot of shark movies is, they like Jaws, but they don't understand that what made Jaws great was that you really didn't see the shark that much. You do see the shark the Megalodon quite a bit in this, but it's not overly... it's not overdone, really. It's not as much as Jaws, but it's at least effective enough to where when you see the shark, it has its moments. Like, I'm sure you've all seen, if you've seen the trailer, the scene where it's biting into the side of the wall, one of the research facility parts, and you see the big bite radius in there. There's a couple of scenes like that. There's scenes where the scene where Rainn Wilson's character gets eaten. It's pretty well done again, where it's like where they're so certain it's getting killed. He realizes it's under them. They're trying to get out of there. He gets left behind, and he holds onto the whale, and it takes a big chunk out of the whale that was inadvertently. The shark takes a big chunk. It narrowly misses Rainn Wilson, and then it comes back and gets him. But again, the shark does not dominate the film, thankfully. I will say this too. Okay, sorry, my train of thought got broken there. Okay, so I guess maybe I need to get a little bit of my experience with this because it was a bit of a ride. I got to the theater. Like I said, I'm part of the AMC Stubbs Pass now, so I used that, got everything ready. Before the film starts, they suddenly say, "Oh, by the way, turns out this is actually the 3D showing." They said it was the 2D, but basically everyone got a free upgrade to the 3D screening because that was the version they got through their computer, basically. Okay, so everyone gets the 3D glasses. We put them on. Trailers start a little late. I'll get to the trailers, but the trailers start a little late, and they go through, and then it stops, and the lights come up as if the film has ended. And it's like, okay, what's going on here? And so they get up and they try to leave. And so a few people get out there and say, well, they're trying to fix it. Took another 5 or 6 minutes, and then the film started. And then the 3D really didn't work. I had the glasses on the whole time, and it was misaligned for about 5 or 6 minutes there. And then it suddenly clicked in and started working a little bit better. So, yeah, I do have to have some kind of outside external forces coloring my review a little bit. But thankfully, like I said, the enjoyability of the performances of the cast did override what was an otherwise kind of banal film. So I will wind up giving The Meg a C+.
Okay, so the original version of this video had a commercial break in here, but that commercial used copywritten music from Randy Newman, so it got claimed. Hence now cat pictures instead.
Okay, trailer time, and yeah, because I'm at AMC, there were a lot more trailers, but most of them were actually new, so we at least have that going for us. We had Creed 2, obviously the sequel to Creed. The big teaser at the end is it's Drago, is it Drago's kid? I'm guessing it's probably Drago's kid. And it's now seemed to be paralleling, is he avenging his father's death, or is he finally looking to get into the win column? After that, we had Hellfest, slasher film set at sort of an amusement park-like place. Not quite a haunted house ride in general. It's like just one giant haunted house ride at the amusement park. A girl encounters a guy who turns out is kind of this stalker killer guy. Yeah, it's coming the same week as something else, so it's coming in I think mid to late September, which I can't remember what's coming out. I'm sorry. After that, we had The Predator again. Then Overlord. Basically, Wolfenstein, the video game, turned into a movie, but not called Wolfenstein for some reason. After that, we have House with the Clock in Its Walls again. Then Venom again. Then The Nun, which is the movie you'll be seeing at the beginning of September. And Godzilla, King of the Monsters. So, hey, like I said, mostly new stuff there. See, obviously next weekend's going to be busy because I'm going to try to pull the double showing because Crazy Rich Asians comes out on Wednesday, and then after that it's Mile 22. That it's also SummerSlam weekend, and the Grendel Random Trade Review will be up at that point too. SummerSlam review will be up on Monday. The NXT review should be up on Saturday. Mile 22 should be up on Friday no matter what. And NXT Saturday. Grendel should be up on Sunday in between those two. See you all next time.
Hey guys, is there a movie you want me to tackle? If it's some stinker like Baywatch or the Emoji Movie or something else? Check out my Patreon at Sleepy Time for Cat Productions. See how you can make that happen.